ETE Mhetep Sheni Senet Ba'u Emra Uncle Jasaneb Ankwas the Jed Shedi Ma'a Kheru. Greetings, souls in Ra, brothers and sisters. Um, life, strength, and health to you all. Life, stability, and strength. And of course, back again with another episode of Praise the Divine. As you should do all the time. You know, these aren't even episodes, these are just memoirs to Rolodex in your life, right? So don't forget, hit the like button if you so choose to. If you listen to it, I know you generally like it. You just didn't think of it, so you don't hit the like button. You're mad. You a hater. No. Hit the like button so we can continue shows like this on a regular basis. And don't forget to visit us at www.praisethedivine.org. Praisethedivine.org. We'll be throwing up more information there soon. Right now, I'm just getting it done myself. I'm the only one doing it. So, you know, when it comes to the web game, you know, certain things, it's a little difficult when you're the only one doing it. So, because I don't have a internet web team, bear with me. We'll be definitely putting more content up. But anyway, today's episode, are you Ma'a Kheru? Are you truthful? Are you truthful, right? Very important question, especially in this day and age, with all the things that go on. A lot of people don't really understand. You see this book right here, the book of coming forth by day. This book is to make you divine. This is a divination tool. This is what makes you a diviner and makes you divine. Not the book itself, but the contents left in the book by your ancestors. It's what it's there for. It's what the learning tool is. In fact, if we go to another book with information from our ancestors, the coffin text, chapter 574, in fact, we'll go, right? Shoot up top. It says, spelled 574. This is him, 574. It says, not to go head downwards so that a man may have power in his legs. But let's go more in depth into the nature of this verse. It says, I have hacked up the sky. I have opened up the horizon. I have passed through the sunshine. I have trodden out its movements. I have taken possession of the powers of those who are older than I. Commands the ancestors, because I am a spirit whom his myriad equipped. I eat with my mouth. I defecate with my hinder parts, because I am nature. I am God, Lord of the Dua. And there have been given to me those things which were established in the past, going yesterday, returning tomorrow, so that a man may have power in his legs in every place where he desires to be. I am is what your ancestors told you. I am the Ka. I am the double. I am an aspect of nature. The all is in all, and all is in me. So, like I said, the book of coming forth by day is a divining book, and it gives you tools to be divine. You need to master them. One of the tools is being Ma'a Kheru, being true of voice, being vindicated, being established over your enemies. Your enemies can only be those who do evil, because when you become divine, you have to be better than the evil. You have to be better than those who don't seek reciprocity. You have to be better than those who would disrespect your ancestors. So let's go to Let's go to the virtues of Ma'at, number 8. It says, virtues of Ma'at, number 8. Praise, praise thee, fiery one, coming forth backwards. I do not tell lies. I do not speak lies. That's what it says. I cannot speak the lies on a regular basis. These are the things that stop you from being divine. It's time to let them go, right? It's time to let things of that nature go. Let's look at this term Ma'a Kheru real quick. What does it mean, right? It means justification, vindication, triumph. If it's over the deceased, as you know, we have people who pass away or transform, if you will. It's for them to be justified and vindicated, for them to be true of voice. If we're talking, where there's beef or enmity, if you will, we're talking about the triumph of truth and being true of voice, being vindicated over your enemies, being justified, full justification of the things you do because you did it in divine fashion. You did it the right way. You did it the way of the rule, ma'at, the law, ma'at, by your ancestors, ma'at, from the aku, who are Ma'a Kheru, right? So those that we look at, when we, hold on, let me cut all this other stuff off on this computer. Trying to chime in on us, right? So this is very important. So when we go to Meripata's tomb, in his chambers, they call it the Asarian. On the east wall, the left side, by the inscription by the Interu of the 6 Keret, it says Nasuba Inra Mer Neteru Ma Kheru Sara Mer Hotep or Ma'at Meripata Ma'a Kheru is as the neb of offerings in Amentet and of cool water. So this shows something about the king Meripata at this time, right? It shows that he's true voice. So let's break that down for a minute, right? It says Nasu Ba and Ra. It says King Solon Ra, Mir Neteru, love of the Necheru, Ma'a Kheru Sarah, true voice, son of Ra, Mer Hotep Hor. So love of peace, Hor or Heru, if you will, Ma'at Meripata, right? Righteous Meripata, Ma'a Kheru, true voice. You are like the Lord of offerings in Amentet and of cool water. You are like a Sar. That's who's in Amentet. That's the Lord of offerings in Amentet. You are like a Sar. So I always tell you, remember who you are and being a Sar and what you speak it and you live it. It becomes a part of you. They say, oh, how sweet is the truth when you recite the Ba'ura, Gesperu, when you recite the verses of Ra in the sacred temples, in the Per-Ankhs, the houses of life. How sweet is the truth when you speak it and you know it's from the people who made you and made all things on this planet that are humanly. So you have to be truthful. You have to be true of voice, or you won't be vindicated. You won't be vindicated. In fact, there's a wreath burnt. This is one of the ways we give offerings. There's a particular verse. If you go to it says, your father Atum binds for you this beautiful wreath of vindication on this your brow. Live, beloved of the Netcharu, forever, so you can travel about unhampered like the everlasting lords. Make sure I'm close enough so you can hear me. So you can hear me. So you can hear me. There it goes. It goes in and out sometimes, right? So it's stated in the book of Coming Forth by Day, if you say this hymn is said over wreaths put on a man's head after you have offered burnt incense. There is brought about his vindication against his enemies, whether he be dead or alive. And he shall be a follower of Asar, a Shemsu Asar, while a cake, a jar, and a loaf are given him before this Netcha. You probably don't do this. You probably don't burn sage. You probably don't burn the leaf. You probably don't put the wreath on. You probably don't burn the incense in your house. But you need to. Mr. I am God, or I'm this and that, the other. You know, ritual is important. Ritual brings about the psychology necessary for you to be divine, for you to be who you claim to be, for you to deify your ancestors and their ways down. They have a powerful effect on you and the people around you. So you need to get endowed. You need to pick up this book. You need to pick it up. The book of Coming Forth by Day. That's what it should read. That's what it will read when we retranslate everything there. Put it in its proper perspective. When we start to follow it, when we start to live by the divine law that we claim we're from, right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, you know, the question is, do you tell the truth? Are you trustworthy? We have a couple figures in the news we're going to get to, but let me ask you the question. Are you trustworthy? When we read the book of opening the mouth for you at your ceremony, when you transform to the next life, should we open your mouth? Should we? Are you truthful? Were you truthful when you were here? Questions you need to ask yourself, and remember to be divine throughout your day. Do you speak vile on a regular basis? Is that you? Is that you? Are you the one always cursing and fussing? You even typing curse words. Is that you? Can you clean up your act for about 2 seconds? You want to lead our people, but you always cussing and sprouting out some old crazy nonsense. You can't even talk without saying something disrespectful. But then you want somebody to bring their children to see you say something, or follow you here, follow me through this. Why? Your mouth's dirty, you're filthy, you're vile. Can you clean up your act? Do you speak rumors? Are you the little gossip, chatty Cathy? Is that you? Questions you need to ask yourself. And do you want it to continue to be you? Or do you need to pick up the proper book so you can come back and be divine, to be nature? You always hear, oh God, I just read from the coffin text. I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that. I'm Netcharu, I am. Do you backbite and slander? You always disrespecting somebody? Is that you? Is that you? Shall we weigh a couple figures in the public eye real quick? My brother Umar Johnson is all in the news. Shout out to Umar. The best, brother. Now, hold your head. Hold your head. You usually come down here to Colorado at the little church on the corner over there by Montview. I know when you hit the town, right? Right? It's usually you, my boy David Banner might stop in town to come see Kamani and company, right? You ain't usually here with them, but we know when y'all come through, right? But recently, you've been accused of misusing and misappropriating school monies. I was thinking maybe if he can't get the location, he'd at least do a online school. I had one when we had Kemet Empire. It's how several people started to blow up and get several members of what they do. It's praisethe.divine.org now. Like I said, classes will be coming shortly. Sit back and getting some things together that you actually really need and can use, right? Had some good stuff before, but I'm really going to give you some good stuff this time. It's very stuff that you'll get this time is very important, right? But brother Umar Johnson is in the news. Your character came into question, didn't it? Y'all seen his character come into question. His father was asking questions concerning. You have one of your longtime brothers, Tariq Nasheed, ranting on you. He felt like you were backbiting him. He had to backbite you back. But to be honest with you, brother, you know, the healing may be right here in one of the ancestors, Ptahhotep, because this is what you proclaim to be, right? This is what you proclaim to be, one of our leaders, right? So Maxim 5 for you, right? It says this, it says on the art of being a leader while respecting the rule. And if you don't know what the rule is ma'at. That's for you who don't do as much research as some of us. The rule is ma'at. The law is ma'at, right? So it says this, it says, if you have the responsibility of leadership or in charge of setting guidelines for a large number of subordinates, seek every opportunity to be effective so your behavior is irreproachable, right? Now, Umar, you're talking about taking a long hiatus. That's understandable. You've been under fire, to say the least, right? Make sure when you come back, your behavior, your actions with said monies, with said women, with said words, with said interest are irreproachable. Make sure when you come back that you are Ma'a Kheru, true, a voice, justified and vindicated. A very difficult thing to do when you're not following the book that makes you divine. I keep hearing people shout out Ifa stuff, but do you know the 256? Do you know the 16? Are you following what you're supposed to follow in order to be divine? We don't generally see it from you. And so there's a problem, isn't there? I know. Let's go further into the parable. It says, great is the rule. Great is ma'at, right? Great is the rule. Its effect on both great and small is complete and long lasting. The rule is illuminating and practical and has not changed since the time of Asar. Since way back when. It doesn't change. Being true of voice does not change. Being justified does not change. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It doesn't go anywhere. Those who break the law must be punished, something the greedy fail to understand. Wrongdoers can achieve material gain, but evil never leads to good. It is wrong to say, I want only to take things to enrich myself, rather than I want my actions to benefit the position entrusted to me. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Right? So it's wrong if it's all about you and you're stepping on people's heads to do it. It's right when you're in that position and you want what's entrusted to you to come to fruition, to make happen. So, Umar, we expect to see this school, brother, real soon, real soon, real soon. I want you to succeed. We cannot have you fail, because when you guys fail, you make the African community look untrue of voice. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You make us all look bad, not in the eyes of some of the culture. We all look bad in the eyes of ourselves. That's why you don't trust each other anymore, because you can't find someone who's truthful, who will do what they claim they're supposed to do with money, with actions, with behavior. That's why you cannot fail. Thing reaches its due term. It is the rule which endures, and a just man must acknowledge the domain of his spiritual father. So acknowledge your father, Umar Johnson, and then acknowledge your spiritual father, whether it be Olodumare, which is truly a Sar. So acknowledge them both in both names, because it's the same. It's one and the same. And be Ma'a Kheru, be true of voice. Period. Period. Let's go deeper. Now we got to talk about the guy in charge right now, Donald Trump. Fire and fury. You got, see, when your own friends write about you, when your own friends write about you, such as our president here, Donald Trump, and it's visible where we can see you in scandals with women, lying, being deceitful, this whole thing with Russia. That verse I just read to you should really start to harp in your mind. It really should weigh heavy on your soul and on your heart, right? What we got for Trump in here? Let me see what we got for Trump. Let's see. How to test a friend and discover his true nature. Maxim 33 for you, brother Donald Trump. Very important. The last one was very important for you as well, right? Very important for you. But this one also coincides because the friends around you don't trust you right now. They think you're juvenile. You're on Twitter. You can start an atomic war, and we entrusted you. I didn't vote for you. I voted for the other person, but we entrusted you with this office. You have not been impeached. And here you go. You and Kim Il-jung bumping your gums, both of you being really goofy right now. You could start a nuclear war. You would be responsible for thousands, possibly millions of deaths if a nuclear bomb hit anything. And you goofballs are on Twitter doing way too much. Calm down. Let's go. How to test a friend and discover his true nature. If you want to find out a friend's true nature, don't consult his acquaintances, but question him directly until you have no further concerns about his behavior. Talk with him as long as necessary. Test his feelings in conversation. If he can express his inner nature, or if his attitude irritates you, be friendly or keep silent, but remain vigilant. First and foremost, Donald, if a reporter asks you questions for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, you could lose it. So there's a problem with your nature. You have a problem, Donald. It's how you express. You need to slow down. You need to slow down. You can't even have a normal conversation and feel like someone is getting the better of the discussion without blowing a gasket. It is a wonder how you were elected president when you lost anyway by the majority of votes. You won the electoral votes, not the majority. So now we have to deal with your behavior, and you have to deal with your behavior. This is just your first year in office. You need to calm down and show some type of control of your nature and character. We are all at risk with you in office, the way that you're acting now. Everyone is. Everyone. Let's finish it. It says, control your emotions. Be reserved and don't pick a quarrel. Don't answer back aggressively. Don't break off the relationship with him or blame him. He is bound to arrive at his moment of truth, and one cannot escape one's destiny. Trump, you cannot escape your destiny. You are bound to arrive at your moment of truth. Stop all this nuclear bomb talk. We do not want to arrive with you there. Or Kim Il-jung. Slow your rolls. Slow down. Period. Take heed from both of those maxims. Trump, for you. Now, Nikki. This is the 19-year-old New Yorker who claimed the Sacred Heart football players sexually assaulted her. Like October 2016 party, recently in the news. The player said the sex was consensual. So be true of voice. What happened to her? The judge found her lying. The jury found her lying. Now she has to take a plea bargain. This could be the first time maybe in history, but I don't know, in a long time, where you accuse your rapist and you get caught out there because you're not being Ma'a Kheru. So Nikki Jovino, players are raping you. I think it was the two. The sex was consensual. No one ravaged you. You have to do a plea bargain. This is clearly a case of not staying true of voice. In Ma'a Kheru. And now a female faces time. You face time. And you're only 19 years old. But you could have put those boys away for a very long time, all because of your tongue. You are not responsible. You are not being a divine being. These three people that need to work on some things is us daily. Basis is very important to stay Ma'a Kheru. Right? I don't even like the Mormon movement. No disrespect. Song. Most of you may not know this, but if you came from the 80s, 90s era, the song went like this. It says, lie, it leads to another. If you tell two lies, they cover each other. If you tell three lies, you're covered up to your ears. Stop telling lies. Stop telling stories that are not true. Stop being a false witness. Stop your backbiting, right? Stop your slander. If they have no true balance, remember, your heart is weighed on a scale every day. Amit waits to devour your nonsense every day. Be Ma'a Kheru. Be truthful. Remember who you are and be an assault. Uncle Jasaneb, Uncle Astajed, may all of you have a great day, a wonderful weekend. By the way, Jacksonville losing 10, or Jacksonville winning 10, Buffalo 3. In case you guys are football heads, I don't want to break up your football time. We'll see you soon. I'm Pastor Jack.